there, I'm the 996. Thanks for being here. If you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe so you'll know when the next video comes. So what I've been doing lately, since I haven't been making videos, is I've been really diving into my first draft. I'm sorry, my second draft. I was originally sending one chapter at a time to my beta readers, but they informed me that, you know what, this is kind of rough. Really need to clean this up more before we can help you. So, with that being said, I've been writing this second draft. And this is really a momentous place for me right now to be finishing this second draft because I have been working on it off and on for, yeah, about 3 years. Not exactly 3 years, but it's going on about 3 years. I started working on the first draft in June 2017, finished the first draft August 2017. So it's been almost exactly 3 years. My goal is to finish the second draft by the end of August, but I'm aiming for finishing the week of August 1st. I say the end of August in case things happen, life gets in the way. I'm still not going to be completely derailed. But if I continue with the momentum that I've been going through, then I should be able to be finished by August 1st. Yay! Now, first, let me explain to you why it's been taking so long to work on this draft. Part of it was I was sending out my chapters slowly to beta readers. Another part of it was I was taking on too much. I was beta reading for other people. I was writing these short stories and these poems. And I'm thinking, well, if I heard that if you get your name out there, get yourself published somewhere, when you're able to query an agent, which means that you're writing a cover letter so much for your novel, trying to get an agent to represent you so you can try to get traditionally published, then they're more likely to want to read what you have. They realize you can publish somewhere else. And then on top of that, I wasn't revising consistently. I sometimes takes weeks off at a time. Sometimes revising a few pages here and there. And then it just really wasn't consistent. What happened was I was really lucky on Twitter. I won something called um, what was it called? It was basically where you could retweet someone's tweet and follow them, and you have a chance to have 10 pages of your work revised. Or at least edited. And then you're going to also have a query letter that would be edited. I won that, and I got some really helpful feedback. Now, throughout December of last year to February, I did a large amount of edits. I went for about, let's see, I did at least, I think, 8 to 10 chapters within 3 months, which is good. But then, basically, I still kind of got away from it. And right now, I am at a place where I'm determined to finish the second draft. It's been a long time, and I also entered a competition. I don't expect to win, but if I did win the competition, it would be you send the first. Basically, what the competition was you send 15 to 20,000 words of your manuscript to this literary agency, and 6 people will be chosen from various different English-speaking countries. And then if you win, then that means you get a literary agent. I found out about it a few days beforehand, so I was hurrying up, finishing, trying to do this editing, and thank you, Mom, my mother, who is one of my beta readers, just AKA, never just have a relative be your beta reader. even if they're awesome and they can give you great advice, always have people that aren't relatives that are also give you feedback. But definitely great that she was able to give me feedback, who's able to kind of go over and just see if there's anything I overlooked, such as a missing comma, missing word, or whatever for this competition, because I only had a few days to get a large chunk of my manuscript to them. Those two things really propelled me into thinking I'm excited about when I'll be able to query and try to get a literary agent. And the first step to doing so would be actually finishing the draft and getting it clean enough to send to my beta readers. So what I'm going to do is I have right now 8 more chapters, and I will be trying to finish that by August 1st. If not, then August 31st. It's a little nerve-wracking to say that on camera because I feel like just because I've made this announcement, probably something will come up to try and stop me. But you know what? Having a deadline was something that helped me be finished my first draft, and I really think that a deadline is something that will be necessary for my second draft as well. And it's a deadline that is doable. Like I have the time at this moment to be working on these goals. So I'm going to focus on that along with other things I need to do. And it shouldn't be something that is a goal that's too high or too low. I think it's something that's right, consistently what I can do if I push myself. So from now on, I will be making weekly videos until I finish my second draft. And at the end of my second draft, I will be giving you guys what the premise of my story is. So beforehand, I've mentioned, yes, this is I'm writing a young adult sci-fi fantasy novel, but I've never said what it's about. So when I finish my second draft, that's when I will tell you the premise of my story. So if you have any questions, you can leave a comment at the bottom. For right now, my goal after I finish the second draft is to take 2 weeks off. I already have a book at the library that I'm going to read during my 2 weeks off. I know I'll be reading more than one book during this time. I'll probably get another book as well, but I'm not going to be able to touch that book until I finish this second draft as a reward. And then once I come back from the 2 weeks, it might be a little longer. I'll see about that. I'm going to be diving really heavily into this amazing book. And once I finish using as many of the tactics in this book that I haven't used as I can, I will put it away for another 2 weeks. And I will figure out later on what my goal will be as far as finishing a third draft. Then once I finish that, I will send off the story to my beta readers. And I think instead of sending off a chapter at a time, I'll probably send it to them a few chapters at a time. And once I finish doing that, I will go get the feedback back from them. And then I will make sure I incorporate that, see if I think it's ready for sending out into the big bad world to try to be query. Because another goal I have is hopefully by sometime next year to be querying. That's a very loose goal. So we'll see how things go. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next week with updates about where I am.